Examples 3 and 4 are going to be a little bit different. It's the same process. We still have 2 points. We're still trying to write the equation of the line. We still need slope and a y-intercept. So I'm going to continue the process of trying to find slope first. To find slope, I'm going to have y2 minus y1, so 10 minus 10, over x2 minus x1, which is 7 minus 5. So 10 minus 10 gives us a numerator of 0, and 7 minus 5 gives us a denominator of 2. 0 over anything here is going to give us a slope of 0. So if I did not remember what zero slope lines equations are, I could continue the process and get my final equation. So I would still be looking for the y-intercept, and we know that the y-intercept is equal to y minus mx. So I could choose either ordered pair. I'll choose the first one and use that x and that y value and plug it into the formula with our newly found slope. B is equal to y is 10 minus the slope is 0 times the x coordinate here is 5. So B equals 10 minus 0 times 5. So that's 10 minus 0. So B is equal to 10. So if we were to plug that into y equals mx plus b, we would have y equals 0x plus 10. Well, 0 times x is just 0, so it's really y equals 10. If you'll recall, zero slope lines are horizontal, and the equations of all horizontal lines are just y equals a number. So we should have been able to tell from both y coordinates being 10 that this is not changing up and down at all. It's just a flat horizontal line that's going through all the y values of 10. So if I see that I have a zero slope and I'm having the same y coordinate repeating on all my points, I know that that's the y-intercept and it has a slope of 0. I should just be able to say y equals that number. That is the equation of the horizontal line. Our next example, example 4, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and find the slope first. So I've got m is equal to 20 minus 8 over x2 minus x1 is 15 minus 15. So 20 minus 8 leaves us with 12 as our numerator. 15 minus 15 gives us 0 as our denominator. We should remember that you cannot divide by 0. If we try to divide by 0, that means that it is undefined. So here we have a little bit of an issue. Can I plug in undefined into this formula to find our y-intercept? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I can't multiply by undefined. This is where our knowledge of these kind of lines has to come into play. If I have a slope that is undefined, that tells me that it is a vertical line. A vertical line has an equation of x equals the x-intercept. Well, as you go on and you start to learn more about it, you'll notice that both of these x coordinates were the same value. That is meaning that this is going through the x-axis when x is equivalent to 15. So the vertical line has an undefined slope, so there's no y value whatsoever. It is parallel to the y-axis, so there's no y-intercept. So all it can be equal to is x equals the x-intercept, in this case, is 15. So you have to be careful with these. All the other types, even the horizontal lines, the same process will work. But when it's vertical and you see undefined, you've got to know what to do with that. That's going to be an x equals equation, and it's going to be equivalent to the x coordinate that continues to repeat.